one of the things that comes back every time, it was also for me the case. Where was home actually? Well, when we travel so much and we live everywhere, and somebody was saying this morning, the airport, I knew all the airports and all the nice places to have a quick drink or a quick snack before, this was this was very exciting as well. But where was home, and how did you, or are you still, not implying that it finished, but you're still dealing with that?
Well, first of all, I'm calling from Italy. I don't know if I want to say home. It's like my first home. And thank you for the question. And this is, I laughed when Eva said that this morning. I think it was Eva when I said, oh, I'm at the airport, I'm at home. It is indeed, after so many years, we find ourselves, I wouldn't call it home, but so comfortable because I'm at the airport. I know where to go. I know what to do, this and that, it's kind of like become like a mall for us. We can do our shopping and then straight to the gate. So yeah, but it's the interesting element of my transition home right now. So I'm in Italy right now, and I had the chance to spend time. I have a chance to spend time with my family, and that was for me a priority because again, like we said this morning, our life as humanitarians, it's like in a train that goes at 300 km/h, so never stop. And we based our connection, physical connection, because I guess we are all in touch with our families, but our physical connection via by air, so via R&R or messages or video calls. And that was for me not the case anymore. And I got, home, I needed to connect again for real with my roots, and to help me understand where home is, because right now I'm based in Nairobi. I live in Nairobi. I've been living there for almost now over 11 years. And 14 years in Africa, if I include also Somalia. So it's kind of home. And I have to say, for me, home is wherever I am, I managed to recreate that home. And Eva, I have to say, I never said that. You mentioned a couple of times, I'm a strong believer of Feng Shui. So wherever I live and wherever I, set up my base or my home, you want to call it, I arrange the place, the space in a way that gives me the good vibe, and I can actually work. And especially now that we've been working remotely, working from home, it's very important to have the space that gives you that energy to perform. So for me, it's, and also, Iru, you were mentioning about dinners. I'm going to have to ask you that. And I'm going to have to ask a question here because I'm a very social person. But since the decision of the transition, somehow I give so much energy to focus on this transition. What do I want to do? And meditate or regain energy, that I cannot find the energy. And I don't want to say that I don't want to get out of the comfort zone, because I pretty much shown that I can get out of the comfort zone. But reconnect, organizing dinners, which I have done, it's a further step, and maybe it takes more time. And I know that this is a fantastic way to connect and mingle, but also to enlarge your network without having a precise objective. Also, pleasure of being with people that can give you that positive vibe or connection that maybe you can give to them, not only you can take from them. But yeah, and anyway, to answer to you, Sadia, home is where I can do all of these, dinners, movement, and focus on my activities, gardening, and my dog. And part of the transition for me is also define where is going to be my home. Transition and home is one element, to find where is going to be home. And honestly speaking, after more than half of my life living abroad, speaking 4 languages, I can adapt anywhere. And I don't know if Italy is going to be my home. It is in my blood, but it's not my home anymore. I don't, yeah, sad to say, but it's home until my family is here.
Mhm.
I think all of you, I see you nodding, so I think you are, yeah, we're on the same page on that.
It's layered. That's what you were. It's so layered. Thank you for sharing that. Iru, I cannot resist turning to you. Perhaps I don't want to push you into that topic, but there was so much about those networks and that you are creating. Home is also a question. Aging parents is another one, if you would like to share, of course.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I've struggled with that too. And what I'm coming to the conclusion is that I don't need to just be in one place. I am trying to see, for me, home feels here in Washington, D.C., but then I have family in Madrid. So that's something that I also need to look into. And one thing that I realized that helps to be able to be more flexible, or at least it has helped me, is to think about my life, not just about the work that I'm used to do, but actually other things that starting to look into a much broader area that could actually support financial goals that would allow for me to have home in multiple places, which is something that when I was working in the humanitarian sector, it was not even something in my radar, but it's true that for the last years, I've been putting a lot of effort to learn on how to invest, which is another piece that I think connects, like where the biggest stress that I had when I had to make the jump and go in consulting is like, am I going to be able to be financially secure with this? And I realized that it doesn't need to be from one source, and that if I'm able to diversify, I will be able to have more options to decide where home is, because I might be able to keep something here and something back in Spain. So it's that piece on trying to not just to, like, people in Spain are asking me, when are you coming back? And I thought it was black or white. I need to either be here or come back. And now I realize I don't need to. I can actually just be going back and forth and make sure that I am where I need to be at the time that I need to be.